that has been going around, that the party disassociates itself with the, maybe just refer to it so that I don't say anything. So the statement follows some slogans by Honorable Muta, who is also a Minister of State. In the statement says that the People's Revolutionary Party wishes to distance itself from the recent utterances by its party member.
No, we are not going to give you mileage to propagate what is patently false. That statement does not originate from my department. It definitely does not come from my Director General, who is not even in the country. Recently, we have seen a spate of electronic press releases, fake press releases, where people write on the signature, the electronic signature of myself or my Director General. I want to put it on record that the electronic newsletter of the party belongs to the party. It doesn't belong to me. It doesn't belong to the Director General. In actual fact, it belongs to the President because he is the owner of the party. We are only in a fiduciary role on his behalf, discharging that responsibility of using that electronic statement to communicate his message. Sadly and irresponsibly and for nefarious purposes, some people are taking it upon themselves to say that this is the age of social media, this is the age of artificial intelligence. So they are now trolling and releasing statements which are patently false, which do not come from my department. For the record, I want to make it clear that only those which appear on the timeline of my Director General are the ones which are genuine. So if it does not appear on the timeline of my director, it is not genuine. That's how we've decided. We are still investigating as to other ways in which we can make sure that there can be a digital authentication of the newsletter from the party. Maybe we put a QR code. We want to investigate that so that you know that what is genuine and what is not. Or a VR code, a virtual reality code. We are looking at that so that in future you are not misled by patently irresponsible people who want to sow discontent, to mislead our leadership, and generally to misinform the public. They think they can stir up divisions within the party. They think they can set up one member of the party against the other. They think they can promote maybe wayward agendas about factional fights within the party. That will not accept. And for added comfort, the party has a history. It's a revolutionary party. It has a history of being abused in such manner since its inception. The enemy and the detractors have always, in one way or the other, tried to usurp the appealing message of the party and its reception by the people of Zimbabwe over the years, because we have integrity, we have respect of our people, because we always strive to satisfy what our people want. So people expect something always positive from ZANU-PF, and that communion between us and the people is the subject of this jealousy of these people who have nothing to offer to the people. And I want to assure you that we have survived it in the past. Everybody knows the Selu Scouts during the war. They used to try to pose as war veterans, as liberation war fighters. And our vigilant people could quickly devise ways of knowing who is a comrade and who is not. So this is not new. Disinformation by the enemy is not new. But what I can tell you is that we are tried and tested party. Our people have got ways of authenticating what is a genuine and a false message from the party. They will never be swayed from the line of the party by these tendentious statements coming from these patently nefarious elements within our society. That's it.
So just for clarity, is the president seeking to have a third term? Because you are saying that later, which says the president is not seeking to have
We cannot answer to the assertions of people who are not party members who are just publishing letters out of their whims. We can't answer to that. If the president wants anything, he comes and he brings it to this building, to his Politburo, to his Central Committee, and eventually to his Congress. That's what the president does. We have not discussed that issue at that level. So we have no reason to fan flames or something which is not on the agenda of the parties at the present time. You see, I want to repeat, the president just won an election last year in August. He won a term for 5 years. The next election is in 2028. Right now, he is occupied with filling the mandate of the manifesto of the past election, which is doing excellently in many more ways than one. You know, you'll be happy to know that just last week, the test commissioning of the blast furnaces began at Manize. We are in our second week of technical tests. It's working very well. We have our Mozambique relationship is being rejuvenated by the advent of a young cadre as the party candidate in Mozambique, and he is reaching out to his the counterpart leadership in ZANU-PF and so that we work together to see how Mozambique succeeds in the coming elections, so that Frelimo and ZANU-PF can solidify their relationship. These are the issues. The president has just been to Nairobi, where he's talking of fertilizer for the African continent. There's just so much which is on the table of the president. He's looking at how we can increase our gold production in the country so that the ZIG, which is anchored in gold, can be supported by gold, which is pleasing because the price of gold has jumped from $1,700 per ounce in the last 3 years to $2,400 per ounce. And that is the support of the ZIG. So the more gold we dig, the more we support our ZIG. These are the issues which are preoccupying our president, not this attempt to compress 5 years of an election into a succession issue right now. Succession is not the primary purpose of why he was elected in 2023. He was elected to fulfill the mandate of prosperity for Zimbabwe, and that's what our president is focused on. Don't try to make us compress the time from 28 to 2023. We are too busy running the country to be bothered about succession issues at this juncture. That's what he's doing. He's busy running the country to fulfill the mandate, and the issue of succession is really the last thing on his banner. Why does he want to be succeeded when he's just won an election and the electorate is given a mandate? Why would he be? It doesn't make sense. You understand? You've just been minted in the boardroom, and then you are being told that we want your successor. Does it make sense? It doesn't. I'm talking like this is a boardroom. So please spare us the verbiage about succession issues. The president is fulfilling the mandate of his 2023 August elections. Is out of our table right now. We are concerned with fulfilling the mandate of 20. We will not compress the time of 2028 to 2023. 5 years is a long time in the history of parties and in the history of human beings. Let's deal with the 5 years of his presidency rather than 5 years of his succession.
The security apparatus has moved in to address the issue of currency manipulators, considering that it's still stable right now?
Look, the main foundation of the ZIG stability is the fact that it is anchored in gold. At any one time, there's one commodity in the whole world which everybody knows has got a standard price, and that commodity is called gold. And that is coming from the London bullion market in London, which incidentally is owned by Hong Kong billionaires. Those are the owners of the London bullion market. But the price of gold at any one time, whether you are in Vanuatu or in Venezuela, whether you are in Belize or in Bhutan, whether you are in Istanbul or in Seoul, the price of gold at any one time is the same. So it's a beauty that we have decided to use gold as the anchor, more so because gold has always been the cornerstone of the economy of Zimbabwe for the past since 800 AD, if not earlier. And in any case, gold has been the consistent currency of the world, more reliable than any other for more than 5,000 years of human history. Gold has remained and survived every form of government in the world. You understand? So if you use gold, you can't go wrong. More so when your country can produce gold. So the other preoccupation of the president is to see how gold, which has become the anchor of our currency, can be increased in terms of the tonnage produced. We want the haulage of gold to move from 40 tons now to 100 tons. And there is nothing which can stop Zimbabwe from doing that, because gold is everywhere in Zimbabwe. And because we have hard-working young men who in the last 6 years, since 2016, last 8 years, have proved that they can dig gold from 3 tons, which was almost semi-legal, to 30 tons, 40 to 30 to 25 to 35 tons, which is legal. These are young people who are the ones who made ZIG be possible. Yes, the central bank brought it in because the president so said on the central bank, but the foundation is young people digging gold in quantities which have never been done before, so, in the revival of the gold sector. So the more gold we dig, the stronger the ZIG. From 70, each time there's an instability in the world, people take refuge in gold. China is taking refuge in gold. India is taking refuge in gold. Turkey is there. So even American government is buying gold in big quantities. So we are in the right path. This is the basis for the strength of the ZIG. All other issues which we are raising about what we do is management. Those are hygienic issues. The central thing is the pithness coming from the identity of gold as the support of our currency. Gold made King Mutapa and the famous Great Zimbabwe civilization. That's what made King Mutapa. Gold. All the way to the coast in Mozambique, it was gold. Everybody came from India, from China, from Egypt, from Iran, from Indonesia, from Somalia. Everybody came to the shores of Zimbabwe when Zimbabwe was part of Mozambique to buy gold more than any other item. So this is the history of this country. We are going back to the future of gold as the supporter of the Zimbabwean national economy. We can't go wrong. Just like the rocks which support the structures at Kami, Great Zimbabwe, and Mapungubwe, they can never go wrong in testament to the Great Zimbabwe civilization anchored in gold. Thank you so much.
Ambassador, are you under that you are under fire in the party?
No, I'm not under fire. That's why I'm here. Is there any way? Do you see any burning flames around me? Yeah, I'm not. What was it in South Africa? I'm not under fire. I'm good. I'm good. I always good. I'm a child of the revolution. I've been many things in the past, and I'm around, and I'll be around. Thank you. Don't worry. Okay, I'll pass by. 17. Okay. That's okay. Done.